Arizona is different.
So, you did a lot of diving on the, you did a lot. Tell me about your work on the Arizona, because that's a wreck
Well,
that I've always been fascinated with.
for me, and I think for the rest of the team, and I'm not speaking for the guys, uh, it is one of the more profound dives to make because not only is it there in the newsreel or in photographs, it's very clear when you see it from the memorial or when you dive it as to the exceptionally difficult conditions that those guys faced in fighting in a harbor, and the power of the explosion that tore the bow area apart and engulfed that ship in that fireball and literally blew chunks of the ship and crew over a mile. You look at that. The surveys later showed that the entire hull had been deformed by the shock wave. The level of heat in the fires that burned the forward turret, which has collapsed down, and when you swim past that, and you come up in those barrels, the trunnions are broken, so the barrels hang down. And you're there and you're looking at that. Behind you is a garden of steel, just bent and twisted deck frames and plating that come up where the bow literally tore off and everything went up. And you're hanging there and you realize that you're floating over where the bulk of her dead are, and particularly the guys in that turret. And you just, again, I mean, whether you look through an open port and you see a desk with a phone still on it and things of that sort, because the aft area is a little more intact. And that's where, when they recovered guys, they found them. To a cluster of fire hose on the deck where these guys had been fighting the fires that had started from the earlier bomb hits. And my father was a firefighter. And so I get this. The lines are still out in deployed position. And you realize as you look at them where they are on the deck that those guys were still there fighting when that last blast went off. And they literally died at their posts. And you get that sense of it as you swim over that fire hose. You know exactly what you're seeing.